is my Talk to Me Tuesday. I doubt you will hear something because of the noise behind me. Here we are, where are we?
Bordaglia.
Near the lake of Bordaglia, and just having a walk during the weekend, and we'll see us for the rest of the video in a quieter place. I've already filmed the beginning of the Talk to Me Tuesday last week when I was in the mountains. Then I didn't have enough things to show you during the week, so it's a bigger Talk to Me Tuesday. I pardon and I'll give you my excuses right from the beginning because it will be longer than 5 minutes, certainly. So you can skip on if you're not interested in some of the stuff. First, the crafty part. So who isn't interested in the slightly less crafty part, like this 3D printer behind me? You can always skip the rest of it. And the crafty part, it's almost only this one, and it's finally my trees. This is the second series of trees. These are the 6 spring trees, spring and summer trees. I finished almost all of the free motion of them. I still have to do something here in these apple trees on top that I still haven't decided, but there's always time to do more free motion, as you know. I am very happy of the border because I used again the binding tool that I showed you some time ago, that just hooks on the sewing machine and that you can use to pass inside a strip of fabric to do the binding. But this time I followed a tutorial that one of the girls on my YouTube channel showed me on how to do the corners. As you can see, this one or this one, they certainly look much better. They're more similar to a true mitered corner. This is the back of them. And the way to do this is that you sew up till right the point where you stop, where the first side stops. Then you take it out of your sewing machine, you do the mitered corner and fix it with a couple of pins, and then you just bend it on the other side, put it underneath again the sewing machine with the binding tool connected and in the right position, and then you go on binding. It really works well. I'm still not very satisfied where the 2 pieces meet. In this case, it's something like 2.5 meters from the floor, so nobody would look at it because it will be hanging up on the top of almost the ceiling. But I'm not very satisfied about this one, and I also watched on the Janome videos when they explain the mitered corners, and theirs look identical like mine, so I'm not still happy about this. But I also tried using not a straight stitch but a decorative stitch. So these wavy things, but you could also use a zigzags or whatever. It certainly is better because, as you can see, also on the back side, it just fixes much better the wider brim of the fabric without risking to moving it around and losing it some places. So finally, the other trees are finished and just need the 3 small things to hang them up, and they are done. And this should have been my first 12 for 2012, and looks like it's the only 12 for 2012 because I haven't done all the other ones, but let's go on with other stuff. So the other thing I wanted to show you is the 3D printer. So if somebody's not interested, I will already hug you and tell you goodbye, and you can close the video. If you're interested in 3D printing, I wanted just to show you this. So this is the Thingomatic, and it's the first 3D printer by MakerBot Industries that they sold for normal consumers, not high-end factories and so on. It comes to a do-it-yourself kit. So this is the pieces of wood where you had all the various parts that you had to assemble afterwards, as you can see. I haven't assembled it, by the way, no idea how to do it. And it comes with all these pieces of wood and all the mechanics and the electronic parts. This is the smaller version. Afterwards they made a bigger version that also has the possibility to have 2 different colors of plastic. It works roughly in this way. You've got these coils of plastic. They are ABS plastic, very similar to the Lego bricks with which we played when we were small. And the plastic coil is just feeded through the hole right inside of the step extruder up there, where there is a small gear that just feeds it right underneath. And there is the extruder. The extruder that heats up the plastic that will melt something like 200 and something degrees, and it just makes it drop on top of this platform. The platform is moved by all a series of gears underneath, and it moves on the 3 axes, x, epsilon, and z. And the computer or the software tells him how to move. This is what we are doing right now. This is you can see it on all the various angles. You just draw the thing that you want to make with a 3D software, and then the software connected to the maker, to the Thingomatic, converts it in a kind of format that he can read and understand. And he just puts layer of plastic on top of it, melting it until it creates a 3D object. By the way, this one, and I have to make you see that it's the same color as my dress, but just this is a small plastic attachment that you put on the iPad so that it improves the sound, because it just channels it in one direction, and it improves, they say, a lot the sound, so you can hear it a little bit higher. And these are a few of the things that you can do with them. These are small containers. They're modular. This is a small ball. You can also use it to play for a D&D game, probably. And these are gears. I'll show them on a flat. Here they are. These are gear made like the Nautilus shells. As you can see, they can also move. They can make very nice earrings if you want. Maybe a little bit big, but... And another fun thing, it's this one. This is a cookie cutter. And somebody will recognize it, it's one of Escher's modules. So it's a modular cookie cutter. You can just cut them all once by the other, side by side, without losing any space and without having any pastry to trim away and have to re-roll again. And you can also have the negative piece, so you can just on top of it, whoa, unbreakable, luckily. So just can imprint also the design of the cookie. I still have to try these ones because it was too hot to put the oven on. And this is it for it. It's almost finished. I'll put a picture in the end of the finished object and how it works. If anybody has any question about it, I'm not an expert at all. I barely understand how it works, but I can put all links for the various places where you can find information on how it will really use it. And I think this is all for this week. I'm forgetting stuff certainly, but I'll add it next week or maybe in the comments. And a hug to everyone, and we'll see us next time. Goodbye!